Canadians are getting creative to help their cannabis workforce find jobs. El Paso, Texas is launching a new program to put fewer cannabis users in jail. And find out why, for one company, cannabis and coffee go hand in hand. It's Thursday, May 14th, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
A cannabis talent database has launched after Canada's cannabis industry sheds 30% of the workforce. The initiative comes as struggling cannabis firms eliminated an estimated 2,700 positions in Canada over the past 9 months, including 910 after the COVID-19 pandemic started, according to the Cannabis At Work employment agency. That's about 30% of the industry's workforce. According to MJ Biz Daily, a cannabis staffing agency in Toronto has launched a public database to connect displaced cannabis professionals with prospective employers. Cannabis at Work launched the open-source database Cannabis Talent Help List to help connect growing businesses with cannabis professionals looking to secure new employment. The Cannabis Talent Help List is a resource for employers in the cannabis sector to access great talent that is on the market and actively looking for work, CEO Allison McMahon said via email. There is more great talent on the job market than ever before, and knowing that many people are out of work, we wanted to serve the industry by making it easy for those employers that are hiring to access great team members. It's a win-win, she said. Despite broad layoffs, experts note the burgeoning sector is still growing at a fast clip, and that means businesses will need to hire a broad range of workers. Jobs were already being shed, and the pandemic has fast-tracked more job loss, McMahon said. Growing pains, mostly large producers who grew too far and too fast, resulted in significant job losses.
El Paso, Texas's CITE and release program for cannabis offenses has been approved. The El Paso, Texas City Council has approved a cite and release policy for cannabis possession, KVIA reports. The policy applies to Class A and Class B misdemeanors, including the possession of less than 2 ounces. The relaxed policy comes nearly 3 years after city lawmakers approved the First Chance program, which allows first-time cannabis offenders to avoid jail time or criminal charges, opting instead for 8 hours of community service and a $100 fine. The First Chance program has a 75% completion rate, and more than 480 first-time offenders have avoided criminal records. According to Ganjapreneur, El Paso County Court Judge Ruben Morales said the two policies will work together to keep low-level offenders out of jail and benefit law enforcement, who will no longer have to book and process offenders for low-level cannabis possession. District Attorney Jaime Esparza has supported the First Chance program, but said in the report that he was not convinced about the cite and release plan. Esparza was the only DA in the state's 10 most populous counties that indicated he would continue prosecuting low-level cannabis crimes in the wake of the state's legalization of hemp last summer. Other county prosecutors signaled that they would not prosecute such crimes as the state did not have the capability to test for THC content to differentiate legal hemp from THC-rich illegal cannabis. The measure passed the city council 7-0 with 1 abstention. The relaxed enforcement program will take effect in September of this year.
A California coffee company has branched out to grow hemp in Central America. According to Hemp Industry Daily, Longevity International of Chula Vista announced the groundbreaking this past Tuesday, saying 2 of its U.S. subsidiaries, including the one that sells CBD-infused coffee, and their Nicaraguan partners were on the first phase of their project that will include running electricity to power the enterprise. Longevity sells coffee to cruise lines and grocery stores. CLR Roasters LLC and Chrysos Industries Inc., 2 Longevity International subsidiaries, entered an agreement April 21st with H&H Coffee Group Export Corporation and the Nika Hemp Cooperative Inc. Chrysos makes CBD-infused coffees in Florida. The agreement called for Longevity's subsidiaries to acquire the 2,200-acre Chaguatillo Farms in Sabaco, Matagalpa, Nicaragua. Electricity will be delivered to the property at 45,000 square feet of buildings for extraction, drying, storage, and greenhouse space.
That was today's Buzz. Have a response to any of the stories on today's show? Share your comments when you join the conversation with the professionals of the cannabis community at trichomes.com. Our beta is now open, so be sure to sign up. It's free.
And be sure to sign up with us on all social media platforms. And you can also subscribe to our podcast and the Trichomes YouTube channel for daily content. My name is David Fortin.
And my name is Allison Ben Yehuda. Take care.